Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. I wanted to talk about something a little bit different than I normally do, and that is when we feel rejected or we do the rejecting as care partners on this journey that we walk. We often feel rejected by the one we care for, and it hurts. How could they possibly treat me like this? After all I do day after day, how dare they? Never mind what I've been learned or taught about this journey, I have had it. Does this ever play out for you? Does your loved one become combative, aggressive, or accusatory in their illness? Of course they do. And does it help us in the moment to know this? Not really, not in the moment. We feel rejected. We bring to the table all of our beliefs about ourselves and the relationship that we have with this person. And it really, really gets in the way. Or how about this, the flip side? We reject them. How could this be? Again, with accusations, combativeness, or any other inappropriate behavior, and you have a situation that you want to run from. You just want to make this go away and you want to make a final exit, never coming back. I've heard this a lot. And then, of course, in the same breath, oh, the guilt at having these feelings. It gets complicated. In either case, whether it's feeling rejected or doing the rejecting, it's very tricky to sort out what is underneath that. When we get frightened, we want to run. So underneath the rejection, I think that it could be feelings of deep grief, and we don't really like to admit that. Grief on the caring journey sneaks up on us in all ways. It expresses in ways that surprise us. I heard from a care partner recently that she didn't want to be with her husband anymore, and yet she loves him with all her heart, and she will never stop caring for him. Another person told me that she wanted to run from her mother and never come back, and she will never stop caring or loving her mother. How can both be true? I promise you that if you came this far, you will never stop loving and you will never stop caring. I think that rejecting or being rejected has a lot to do with grief. We are desperate for what was, the relationship with this loved one that we once had. And that relationship has changed. What we are attached to from the past seems to have slipped through our fingers. It's a human response to want to distance ourselves from this painful situation of what's happening now and in this moment. It's not the way it's supposed to be, is it? But I can promise you that if you have come this far and you love as deeply as I know that you do, it will not end. I just want to suggest to you to pause for a moment and look at what is underneath these feelings when they happen to you, or when you want to run and you don't really understand, or you feel the severe burden of guilt at having those feelings. So what is the remedy? Maybe we can step back, pause for a moment, and surrender to the truth of our deep grief and say yes to our aching hearts. When we pause to consider our grief, the possibility of a rebirth of tenderness is very possible, and tenderness towards ourselves and the one we love and care for is within reach yet again. It's always a new day. Thanks for listening and watching, and if I can help you, please reach out to me at any time. I'm always here for you. As you know, my website is cherylhutto.com. Thank you.